Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's good to see everybody.
That will coming very soon.
Yes. So if you're with us, say hello by waving, sending us a heart, sending a like, saying who you are, what country you're from, because the only way for us to know that you're here with us is by your responses.
Yes.
So let's we're going to have a lot to do today. We're talking about things that we're attracted to and why, and how to attract what we want to our lives. So this is the main issue today.
Yeah, and also how to create our own magnet, our own compass that actually will take us to a short or long journey. We always need a compass.
Amazing.
Yes.
So I'm saying hello to Kasha. It's wonderful to see you. Hi. And let's introduce ourselves.
Yes.
We'll do it in the traditional way. I introduce Gafnit and Gafnit introduces me.
Good idea.
So Gafnit is a Wonder Woman. She created a school here in Israel which now has branches all over the world. So she is the most knowledgeable person about education and children and people of all age that I know of. She also created the youth movement, which is called the YTOP, the Young Template of Peace. She travels all around the world, meeting young people, giving them tools for life. She is an author of many books, and one of them is The Good Night Sleep, which we have here now in Hebrew, but it's in English as well, and soon to be translated to more languages, which is a wonder book that helps people really understand what sleep is and guide children and grown-ups and everybody to good sleep. Hello, Volkan. It's wonderful to see you. So Volkan is from Turkey, we know, and in Istanbul, and Kasha is from the UK, and it's really great. So if you're here with us, say hello, say your name and your country, please.
Yes, and if you have any question around when we are speaking, please share them, because they are really like the fuel of the conversation.
Exactly. It can be questions and it can be answers. Maybe you have insights that can add to this conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Karni. Karni, she's a great new astrologer. She's not new in astrology, but she's actually dealing with a new astrology, which is very fascinating to be up to date with things and to be relevant to what is current now and what is actually we are facing, that the future is unfolding slowly and sometimes not so slowly. Karni wrote many books, and actually it's quite the last one, which is this one. I could read it. It's actually, why I'm saying it, because some people that have so much knowledge, when they write, it's like trying to enter a safe, and you need to open this door and this. But this book is really like welcome you to the healing methods, which are so needed in the world. And actually what we do in this conversation, we ask ourselves questions before, and this is what is promoting this conversation. And it really feels wonderful when 2 or 3 or 10 people speak and then come up with questions that the answer is not in the Wikipedia, is not in Google, it's not with Siri that she can answer to everything. The answer probably are still not coming, but since we put the question up, something is starting to be interested. You know, we think we have ears, but there is something that different consciousness that really are interested in what humans are interested at the moment.
Yes, which is a good starter to think if you want to magnet to yourself some answers about certain things, start to have questions about them. It sounds simple, but the fact that someone has a question and goes around with the question really starts to gather the intelligent and information.
Yeah.
This is mainly what we do.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
how we have ideas about these conversations and receive sometimes new knowledge. And I'll say hello to Anne, my friend from the UK. Wonderful to see you. And Len or Lean, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right, from Denmark. Wonderful to see you here. Great. Yeah. So I think before we, let's start.
Yes.
Let's start.
Let's start.
Why? So the issue of today, we said the moon and the compass, and why
The magnet.
the magnets. I revealed the punchline. Sorry.
Yes, we start with the story.
We start with the story.
You remember the
Yes,
story?
I remember. I think with the ship.
Yes.
Okay. So the name of this session today is the magnet and the compass, and the way it all started in us. Yes. First of all, everybody I think knows about the big ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal, in the Suez Canal for a very long few days, and everything seemed futile. You know, no one could move this huge thing from the middle of the canal, and it stuck the whole traffic. And suddenly people realized that what they buy in the supermarket doesn't grow in the supermarket, but moves by ship from very distant countries. And I'll say hello to Eleni from Cyprus. Good to see you. And Ashley from California. Hi, my student Ashley that studies astrology with me. And everybody was really, kind of helpless in front of this huge ship stuck in the canal. But then, in a magical way, it so happened that the last full moon, it was amazing because we did this full moon process just before it happened 2 weeks ago. So the last full moon was a super moon. It was the moon of March, which is one of the two strongest moons responsible for the tides on planet Earth. Yes. So if where is my planet Earth?
I'll bring.
Okay.
I will carry the planet.
Daphne is going to bring me my planet Earth.
This one?
Yes,
You have a
this
bigger
is
one?
great. I have also.
You have a bigger one.
It's fine. Okay. So planet Earth is about 70% water. Yes. And the moon is a huge magnet in the skies because it revolves around planet Earth. Everything that revolves, yes, it creates electricity, it creates magnetism. Okay, so we have Earth, a huge magnet. Thank God, because if not, we will be floating all over the place. We have the moon, a huge other magnet, and Earth, of course, revolves around itself. And wherever the moon is, the water really pulls towards it. And this is how we have tides, because there is the moon, and all the water now pulls towards the moon. And as the other part of the world is revealed, then everything goes back. Yeah, so the Earth is the fact that it's moving. So the waters, every time there is a different place on Earth, that the tide is high there. And when the moon is actually closer to planet Earth, which is what happens when we have a super moon, it means that the moon that has kind of an elliptic orbit during the year, it's not always the same distance from Earth. Supermoons happen when the moon is closer to planet Earth, and this is why its magnetic power is stronger, and this means that the tides are higher. Now think about this amazing, organic, wonderful mechanism. Yes, that just happening because I saw that we were disconnected. So it just happens and it's natural, and you don't need to do anything. You just need to allow nature to take its course. And this is what happened, but no one planned it, no one knew it, because people are disconnected from nature. So they worked on all the technological ways, and they brought bulldozers and shovels to help with the ship, but actually it was just letting nature do its course, not letting the moon
pull
up all the waters, which in analogy in astrology, the waters are emotions, and poof, the ship lifted, got out of the sand it was in, because now it was water. It was just in the Jewish Passover happened during that time 2 weeks ago, which is absolutely amazing, crazy amazing, because the story in Judaism about Passover is the Israelite passing the Nile in Egypt.
Yeah, which was all of a sudden open up, so the people could let go from actually being slave in Egypt.
Yes, opened, and then the waters came rushing back in again. So it was like, So this started a whole process within us, also of thinking of the moon as a huge magnet, and what are we drawn to? Yes, because if our body is also 70% water, and there's a huge natural power, what it is that we're drawn to, what makes our emotions rise, what we're attracted to, and just to realize the huge power of the magnet and what it can make.
Yes, which is fascinating story, because you can say, okay, this is a mechanic, but of shit to do with me. What's the connection? What's the relevancy? And then it's really fascinating, because we are also influenced by the moon and by the tides. We are also influenced because we are also made out of 80% water, which is incredible. But the fascinating things is that we are surrounded today by technology, and it serves us. Otherwise we couldn't do this little talk today with you. We couldn't do it. So it's really give a great service, but when it's get into our blood and mind and emotion, and we forget, it's take away from the natural way of how things work. This is where it's becoming like a battlefield. So we need to respond to whoever sent us messenger, whoever sent us, pictures, and there is so many things to read and to listen, and it's fascinating. But what about we'll stop for a minute and we'll really see what we want our life to be magnitude and magnetized to.
Yes.
And when we stop this run, this is very heavy rush run, we understand that maybe we are interested in this time in nature, in relationship, in assisting our little children to grow, in looking at observing birds or reading books. Maybe we will find something that can really give us a peace of mind to deal with it, but to the depths. And when things come into natural process, is we can come and then use technology for our benefit, but not to be led only by technology, because then we are so far away. It's like this little bulldozer, huge bulldozer, that were trying to lift this huge ship, and they couldn't. They look like little ants and an elephant. And this is how sometimes we feel so much tied up with technology. And when we come to the natural process of the magnet and what we want to be magnet to and attractive to, this is a different process.
Yeah. Yes.
So, so it's. I think maybe we can take half a minute or for each one to think what really fascinating us in these days. What is really our passion? What do we want the big magnet of our life to attract?
Yes.
And we can make a list of few things, and it does not need to stay forever and ever. It can change. But when we have the clarity of mind, I think, it's give us a peace of mind to deal with things, and then we can also see how things getting relevant to one another, like a web of spider that is all vibrant, very, very gently.
Yes. So it's really, I think it's very, very important to think about that. You can take a minute to think about, and it's interesting because in nature we have the moon. We can't decide upon it. Yes, it controls us. So it controls our moods, and it controls the tides of the waters, and it controls the cycles of the plants, and it's just there. But in our lives, there is something different. In our life, we are an aware species, which is unbelievable, and we actually can decide what our moon is. Okay, so instead of just reacting as animals to what happens, because at full moon nights the wolves start to howl and the plants radiate their essence towards the moon, but we as people can decide what it is that we want to be attracted to. We can decide what we want to be pulled towards, which is very, very interesting. It's a very, very interesting concept to think about it. Yes, and we know that some people are passionate about traveling, and they will attract to their lives more traveling. Other
Yes,
people,
Kami, where are you going to go soon? Can you share with us? Hi, Pilar.
So to say hello, hello to Pilar from beautiful Italy. This is a place I've been, and we've both been, and we love it, and we did a workshop there, and Pilar was there.
And we are planning to come
and
back.
And we're planning
very
to
soon.
visit. Yes, Italy is one of the first places that the both of us are going to give a workshop in now that COVID is done. And hello to Nela or Neta. If it's Neta, it's the name of my daughter as well, from the Czech Republic. So
Nature, maybe it's nature. Okay,
so it's wonderful to see you, and hello to Lisa from Texas. So it's wonderful that you're joining. So just to come back to the now the moon. You see, now people were my moon. I was like, oh, I'm going towards saying hello to them. But think about it in your life, yes, that the thing that you're attracted to actually attracts more of the same thing. Okay, so my husband loves stories. He's a storyteller. He opened the Ring of Turquoise, which is a storytelling organization worldwide, and in an impossible way he attracts stories. People will stand near him, that people he doesn't know, and start telling him their stories. And how does it happen? Because he created a passion in him about stories. This is the moon, is the magnet. What am I magnetizing? And in an interesting way, what I'm passionate about, what I yearn for, what I really, really want, but in a good way, what I'm attracted to, really starts to attract towards me things. And I believe that everybody experienced it, that you wanted maybe to research a certain area, you were interested about a certain area, and then all sorts of ideas and people and door opened and something happened with that.
And it's good to say that some of the responses will not come through the front door. They will not knock on the door and they say, did you ask? So I came. Some of them will come from the window. Some of them will come when we do shopping. Some of them will come when we go to take a shower or even to the loo. They will come in different ways. They will come in colors. They will come in music. They will come in songs. They will come in many different ways. So it's actually causes us to be much more flexible and versatile, to try to capture the different frequency, how they will come. Some people will say, I love words, so they will come in words. But sometimes that's to challenge us, and because the nature of things is not always come in the same routine way, because it wants to wake us up. And it wants to give itself a different frequency, different hue, different color. So let's be open to that. Some things will come to challenge us in this way, but they are still responding to what we are actually want to perceive, what we want to grow our consciousness and awareness about things. Because awareness is 90% from many different difficulty we have. If we have an awareness about it, it's help us. It's like putting a light on this, and we can see, or magnifying glass, so we can see the little details in how things are built. So
yes. So please write to us what is it that you're passionate about and you would love to see more in your life of. Okay, take the few minutes, or the just a sentence. What is it that you're passionate about, that you are attracted to, and you really want to attract more of to your life? Okay, we'll see what are some of the answers are. Okay, so what is it that you are attracted to and you want to attract to your life? And then we'll talk about the mechanism of how does it happen, and why does it happen. Okay, so it takes a bit of delay till we see your answers, but please write to us. Is it love? Is it more knowledge? Do you want more wealth? It's fine, it's okay. Do you want
to be more sensitive, to be less sensitive, to learn something completely different? I know that my partner now decided to learn to become a sailor on the sea.
Wow.
And he said, wow, he's 60 something, 66. And he said it's difficult to learn, but once you get into it, all the house is full of this, trying to understand compass and wave and wind, and it's so fascinating. And all the house really filled with this energy.
Of waves.
Of waves.
You know what? It's like that. I sat on your balcony, and you can easily imagine that you're on a ship on the sea. Amazing. So maybe you feel a bit embarrassed, but if you have something and you don't want to write it, you can write it to yourself. What it is that you're passionate about and you want to see more in your life.
Yeah. I think there is also an interesting question about it. Do we have, as humanity, common interest at the moment of something that it didn't happen yet? Are we open to it? Are we search? Because I meet many young people now in the Zoom conversations, and many of them speak about, so what else there is into life which we never learn in school and we never been exposed to it? Are there is things to do with spirituality? Are there is higher things, higher feeling? Because you spoke about, Karen, you spoke about the feeling and the water and the moon that really pulling many times our feeling, and feeling have range of appearance. It can be very low feeling, that we feel anger and we feel, we want really to, and we got really insulted, and it's okay, we have space for this feeling too. How we translate it and moderate it, it's important, but we also have feeling of appreciation and gratitude and wonder and being connected to something that is, wow, it's the first time we feel this kind of feeling, and then you feel it in all your little cells of the body. So are there things that we as humanity can say now that we are all facing the same things? I know I hear many times the Dalai Lama and he speak about world peace, but not from, he said, it starts from within. And I'm just wondering, what are these questions and wondering where humanity are into search at the moment, which are natural, because we know that technology is a big thing, but it's not natural. It's just to support.
Yes, we have beautiful answers. I'm so happy that you didn't write cars, although car is also a wonderful passion, I think. But Rachel from beautiful Simi in the Aegean island, one of the Greek islands, wrote that she wants to attract spirituality and she loves yoga. She does it. I know she does it. And I know, Rachel, from your story, how you were in this search. And by the fact that you asked the questions and were in the need of finding a spiritual path and spiritual people which are like-minded, you actually found them. Because there's this whole story which I won't tell this time unless Rachel will tell me it's okay, and then I'll tell it another time. But actually I was invited by Rachel to Greece to give a workshop there, and we organized things together, and it's really amazing. Yes, how this is something I know about Rachel. She's interested in spirituality, and this really evolves, and she met more people, and she was also here in Israel, and there was a beautiful journey of that in my life, and suddenly magical things happen. And Ashley says that she wants to finish her astrology course, become a professional astrologer. She learns with me my online course, which gives the certificate, and she also wants to be better and do her tarot readings and build her business. So we're going to give you some insights and tools about what can you do with this passion, with this being attracted to something, till you start to attract.
You become the magnet.
Yes, exactly. You become the magnet. And Lene from Denmark says she wants to know herself better and to be closer to herself, which is a beautiful, beautiful cause. If you want to add your wishes, please do so. And we'll talk a bit about this mechanism, of how the magnet really works.
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't know if you can see. Actually, these little seeds are of a carob tree, and actually they were in the ancient time how people used to measure gold, and it's called a carat, like the 14 carat, the 20 carat, different carats. And they say in ancient time that all the seeds used to weigh the same weight, so they would weigh the gold with this. So if it was 14,
I'm trying to see how people can
Yeah, I think many people, at least from Mediterranean, they have carob tree in their forest. But it's fascinating that actually people trust nature, so they could use it. Later on, they had to develop this little weight, so it will be so accurate. But people trusted nature, and this is something I think we are all called upon now, to trust nature, to trust the wisdom of nature.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, we remember this saying that in order to find gold, you need to have a little bit of gold. And when we mean gold, it's not only the metal gold, the gold ring or the gold bars or the gold cups or whatever. We mean something that is important and of great uniqueness for us, that we actually desire to understand it. So in order to find more of the answer and more of the relevant clue and reference and feeling and intuition, we need to have a little bit of it. Like the magnet work, if we have a small magnet, it starts to attract what we want. This is why we spoke about what we are fascinated about.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really fascinating technology, natural technology, of if we want to find something,
Mm-hmm.
we need to have a little bit of it. Which means we need to spin around it.
Exactly.
And read and write and make the groundwork, to find out what the word, what this expression are made of, why are these letters appear in this word and in this sentence, and how does it sound when someone else is reading it to us? How does it sound when we sing this, little sentence?
Mm-hmm.
How can we draw it? This is like start to collect a little bit of gold. So the big gold, and gold is not mean only gold as money or as wealth,
Mm-hmm.
is what we are passionate about will start to arrive.
Yes, yes.
And this is fascinating technology that we can go and buy all the books in the world about it and start to read it. It also works. But if we are like trying to pull this and to become a magnet for this, this is also will come in a unique, natural way and not as an avalanche.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. I think it's very special and very, very important to understand this. We'll give some examples from what you brought in. So if you have some more things, we can talk about your examples. But let's talk about Ashley and wanting to be an astrologer. Yes. So you already have a baby astrologer in you because you're learning astrology. Okay. So you already have this seed, right? You have a carrot in you of gold, of astrology. And now you need to work the magic on this little seed. So what is the magic? How does a magnet work? How does a magnet become a magnet? Okay, so the physicality of it is that the difference between a magnet and just other, metal, iron, is that with inside, if you look inside in the magnet, all the particles go in the same direction. Yeah. So there is order. Okay, and now you need to take this little thing and start to cultivate it. Okay, so of course, if this is an actual seed, you want to give it the right ground and you want to give it the right water and the right temperature and sunlight, and which nature does anyhow, and love, which is the extra that we can add. And if it is your astrology work, yes, now you need to start to be passionate about it and practice and say, okay, every Wednesday I'm going to sit and practice some charts and I'm going to talk to people about it. So you're starting to cultivate this seed and work the alchemy on it to start from just a messy wish of something. You want all the particles to go in the same direction. And another way to do it is also by rotating it. Okay, so as the earth, as the moon, Now I have to tell you, and what does it mean rotating about it? Now I have to tell you a secret. We talked, Gafnit and myself, about what do we want to talk about today before we thought about the magnet. And Gafnit said, oh, I want to talk to people about commitment and devotion and how to have a steady core in this messy life. And I have to tell you the truth that I thought, oh my God, are we going to advertise a session about commitment and devotion in this century? Who would listen to that, right? No, I want my freedom. But this is the real secret, okay? So this is the magic that you can do with your little seed. So now you want to take your little seed, which is, might be just a passion or something that you're starting to learn, or an area that you're interested in. Now you need to give it the repetition and the cycles and the commitment and the devotion. The power of the moon comes from its devotion. It always revolves around the planet. It doesn't take a break. And this also goes back to our last call, which was about the heartbeat, which we had wonderful responses about. So it was really beautiful to read about time and heartbeat. So there is the magic of the heartbeat is that it's constant. And if you want to make your seed a magnet, now you need to have devotion, and you need to have repetition, and you need to give it the time, and you need to give it some order. So from a messy seed, you're starting to have a magnet. And this magnet, yes, when you have a magnet and you put it in a room full of small needles, they all rush to it. So if you have a passion about astrology, you'll see that more astrology will come to you. If you have a passion about astrology, people will start asking you about astrology. Your clients will, oh, who's interested in astrology here that I can do a chart? Oh, she's always talking about astrology. Oh, great, wonderful, I need a chart. So this is how things work.
Yeah, and about this gold can represent something that is more steady, like devotion. And in a time where we live, where we are called by answering this and requirement for this, and we need to deal with this bureaucracy, and so many things are so, in a way, represent themselves as a real magnet, we are getting really dispersed. This is why this thought about what is these things that I think it's to do with trusting oneself and believing oneself.
Yeah.
That things are not happening in one day. Yeah, maybe lottery happened in one day for some people sometimes, but then if they weren't prepared, they basically lost all their money. But it's to do with collecting, like gold. You know, when you go to the east, and see how the gold is on the different in the east.
Mm-hmm.
How the gold is collected in the temples. It's very thin layers. So this is how we can collect the trust in ourselves. It's a very thin layer, very fine layer, and another one, and another one. So we will not get so dispersed to thousands of different things. Like in puberty, when you want to be in this party, and go to the beach, and go to the Sea of Galilee, and go to... Then you don't find yourself anymore. But if we're starting this trust in oneself, and it will take sometimes longer than a month, and that's over.
Mm-hmm.
Because trusting oneself is for a lifetime work. Mm-hmm. So this is a little bit of the seed of gold that we are speaking about.
Yes. And now you need to believe in magic, but I think you can believe in magic because you saw a lot of it around you, because it's natural magic. And now you need to believe that when you create this little magnet to the subject the thing that you want to attract to your life, now it will start to bring to you some amazing things, and there are endless stories about that. But just a short. I would love to tell sometime Rachel's story, but maybe another time. But I can say that I always loved the traveling around the world and giving workshops, but it was the kind of a dream until a few years ago, where Gafnit invited me to come with her. This was already 7 years ago, to Italy to give a workshop with her and her husband in Italy. Pilar there as well, and more of our friends. And this was the first time, and
Really?
yes, that I went to give a workshop abroad. Yeah,
Wow.
yes.
Whoa.
This was the first time I went to give a workshop abroad. And this is something I really, really wanted. And at that time, there was someone from the Netherlands that was in the workshop. He actually couldn't be in the workshop. He met me before and said, "Oh, wow, you're giving a workshop in Italy. Great. I want to invite you to the Netherlands to give a workshop there," which is where I met Steve, which is here in the call today. Hello, Steve from the Netherlands. And he's also one of my first astrology students. And Rachel gave me an okay to tell her story. And
Pilar said it was great.
An inspiring time in Italy indeed. And then really, really, what a workshop and what a time together. And so immediately after that, I went to the Netherlands. And then someone heard that I gave a workshop in Italy and the Netherlands, said, "Oh, you're giving workshops worldwide. Why won't you come to Turkey to give a workshop?" I said, "Well, why not?" And, and it started just to build in a magical way. And before COVID, I was going already 6 times a year to different places to give astrology workshops in. And now that COVID is passed, by the way, Gafnit and I can travel the world again to give our workshops. So this is an idea for all of you. If you have a group of people interested,
We'll come.
we will come. Exactly. Wherever in the world, we
This is why we need a compass, actually.
Okay, now, yes, so compass. Okay, so this is one example of how in the spiral, you want to attract something, you create a spiral which means research and devotion and going into the subject and learning it and finding people who are interested in that. And this will attract more and more. And when you have something small of it coming towards your way, say yay, it's starting. Okay, and this can be everything. It can be more intelligence about how to be a better parent.
Yeah. And how to be a better human.
Yes, and spirituality.
And how to respond to our reaction in a more wise way.
Yes.
So we don't burn our energy when we get upset or when we get insulted or when we get angry, and when, because when we get inspired, we collect energy, but when we get upset, sometimes we lose many points. And then we feel really drained and very tired and lack of trust in ourselves. So it's really like, how do we do the shift? How do we make the shift in ourselves? Because one human being is a unique human being. And the response of each one of us is something that actually is so rare in the world. And we are the only one that can give at every given moment this response. Even if someone will try to duplicate it, it's not the same. So if we are so drained, our responses have lower energy. But if we really do a build up and make ourselves like creating this magnet, we become a magnet, and we magnetize things of a great nature.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, and actually I think I've already, the process to do 2 weeks from now,
Yeah.
in the full moon, which is to give the way the solar system works as a way to even better build this magnet and our ability, from a passion to make things a reality. So this might be a next good thing.
Yeah.
But just start to do that and start to think about creating a magnet to what it is that you want, and think, you want something, but it's not out there. You must have something of it in you already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
And so this is a seed, and this seed will grow. Yes. Now you need to cultivate it. You need to make it a strong magnet. It will grow.
I wanted to speak about this compass, because
Exactly.
when we speak about this journey around the world and this journey inside our journey, because even if we don't go on an aeroplane or boat or bus or car or bicycle, we are having a journey. Life is a journey. So if we have a compass that actually connect to the magnet, inside Mother Earth there is huge magnet. Some of it is very strong, some of it is liquid, and it creates electromagnetic field. And the magnet actually, the compass actually work on 3 physical laws, which are fascinating. I was reading about it and I said, oh my God, I was so, like, I always have in my bag a compass, because I'm fascinating what will be my journey, but not only traveling journey, also mind traveling, emotional traveling, creating traveling, mental traveling. So it's again to do with this core importance that we put to our life, and the reason why, and the value why we want to have it, and the meaning, deep meaningful life we want to have it. And it does not need to be heavy stuff. It can be really sense of humor. Wow, having a good sense of humor is a real medicine of the gods, So this compass is something that gives us a direction. In case of traveling long ways, even the one, I forgot his name, that wanted to reach India and came to America. Yes, yes.
Help us.
Please. But he had a compass. He had a compass and he reached, but probably something else was pulling him to discover something completely new.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And like Galileo Galilei. No! So yes, and I wanted to say about the compass, yes, that it's interesting because I was searching for a good Columbus, of course, Columbus.
Thank you. Go on.
Thank you. So when I was looking for a nice picture to advertise this call today, this live event, and I wrote magnet, and then I got back pictures of a compass. I said, wow, it's amazing, because think about it. The compass is, of course, it works by the natural magnetism of planet Earth, yes, and by the fact that Earth revolves and everything points to the same way, and there's the magnetic, pole, and everything is directed towards north because of Earth's rotation, which is amazing. And think about it, when you are magnetized to something, passionate about something, it becomes your compass. Yes? And this means that it will help you lead your way. It will lead your way, and it will help you get to your destination, and it will show you the destination. If you're in the wrong direction, something in you will let you know that it's the wrong direction. But in that, there is a huge warning.
Yeah.
A huge warning, because if you're attracted to the wrong things, to the wrong people, you will actually start to go to that direction. This would be your compass. Okay? And it's very important really to know that even if in small, you're doing just, it's not really me, it's just something that I do, a small thing but this might, which is not right, yes, a little lie, a little gossip, but this will become a seed, and this will become a magnet to more of these things, and this will become your compass, and then you'll be in a very, very
quite lost,
bad direction. And this is something that I can see from people's charts, for example, even the attraction to, to a person that you love, you're attracted to, okay? It can come from the right place, like, yes, I'm attracted to a good relationship, to a friend, to a passion, to creativity, yay, okay, great. Or it can come from a problematic thing that you're actually attracted to. And this is also something to realize. And this is a time also to clear and clean, with the spring cleaning. Put away the things you do not want to be attracted to. Not the person that you do not want to be attracted to. Put away the things you don't want to be attracted to. And in a magical way, this will even change your attraction. You'll even find that you're attracted to different people when you do that.
Yeah, it's like cleaning the plates after eating dinner. We don't eat with the same plate again and again. We wash it, we clean it, we put it to dry. Mm-hmm. And this is where we clear and clean our thoughts. We feel attracted. Why? Let's ask ourselves, what is the reason we feel attracted to something? Because sometimes it will be because there is a weak part in us, which is absolutely happened every day. But how do we clean and clear this and ask the reason why will help us to follow our compass and to create the inner compass of our life. Mm-hmm. And it's quite unique to be able to understand that sometimes, the magnet can attract and also reject. Sometimes we have this inner battle of rejecting things that we feel attracted to. It's a bit complicated, but then we actually need to turn the wheel of our own life, mm-hmm. and say, why am I attracted to it? No, it does not do for me. Maybe for the short term, yes. Mm-hmm. But for mid-term and long term, it's going to take me far from my own originality.
Yeah.
So it's a guidelines in this time of great dispersion and great mm-hmm. attraction of all kind of things that are.
Yes.
Some of them are.
Yes.
Good. Some of them are. Just
yes.
not for us.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Just think about it. That everything that you do is a small seed. Everything you think about is a small seed. Every seed grows. Okay. So now, make your choice. And I want to say hello to Einav, who is here with us. And Einav is going with me on the trip to Costa Rica that is going to go out in July, which is absolutely exciting. It's for a group of Israeli people going from Israel to Costa Rica. I'm so excited about that. So this is going to be amazing. And if people from other places in the world want to come with us to Costa Rica, ask and you shall be given. Because now, Gafnit, we already got an invitation to go to Greece, to Rachel's beautiful dragon-shaped island. Oh. And we will do that. We will. We just will. It will happen. So we have 5 minutes in which we want to do either an exercise or a meditation that will bring things in. Do you feel like giving an exercise, or should I give a meditation? Or
I think we've spoke so much. Maybe a little meditation.
Great.
Really
Wonderful.
Like to, because we were really like
Yeah.
intensive.
Okay. So relax yourselves. You can loosen your body, not cross your hands and your legs. Sit comfortably in your chair. We're going to do a very short 5 minutes meditation that will hopefully help us make these carrots, the carob seeds, into big trees. So if you want, you can close your eyes and take a big breath of fresh air. And when you release the air, imagine that everything that you don't need flushes through your body, goes out of your mouth and the cells out to the trees outside somewhere, or if you're by the sea, to the sea, because the nature and the trees know how to dissolve everything that is not good for us. So take another big breath and try to also calm your body when you exhale. So you're taking everything out, but you're also calming your muscles, your facial muscles, your arms and your legs, and just everything can relax. And now think of a quality that you want to have more in your life. Not something physical this time. It can be more love, more patience. It can be health, joy, friendship. Okay, so think what quality it is, and imagine that you have in your hand what I'm having here, which is the carob seed. So you can open your hand and put it in your hand and imagine that on this seed this word is written. So it can be love, can be calmness. And close your hand with the seed in it and place it near your solar plexus, which is, or you can put it near your heart. Feel what's right for you, which place near your body you want to have. And imagine that this seed now travels from your hand to your heart or to your solar plexus. And it's there. And you can start to cultivate it, telling it, oh, you're a good seed. You're a beautiful seed. You are a wonderful seed of love, of easement. Good seed. Now see where this seed wants to travel to in your body. Just the right place. And imagine now this little hard seed starting to have beautiful life in it. Because now slowly it's popping up. Some roots are heading downwards. A little sprout seedling is starting to go upwards. Slowly, slowly, this little seed of trust, hope, whatever quality you have there, you can have more qualities, it's okay, starts to grow. And it grows its roots, and it grows its trunk, and it grows its branches, so all of your body is filled with these brown, beautiful roots and branches. Now it starts to spread its leaves out of your body to your aura. Each leaf has this quality, and it really moves, vibrates with beautiful green. It fills your aura. And you are bathed by this wash, by these leaves, by this movement. Beautiful green new movement of leaves. So your whole aura is filled now. Many small loves, joys, tranquilities, calmness, spirituality, growth, development. And just breathe in the multiplicity of this quality. That's it. Very simple. You can now open your eyes. We hope you had a good journey today, that it gave new insights, new clues, good feeling. If you're in the state that you can write something, please write us how you feel now. Even just send, a like, or just write good, better, whatever. We would love to hear it. And we will say goodbye. And as a heartbeat, we will meet you again in 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
Yeah. So see you all in Greece.
Be
soon.
safe. See you all in Greece. Be safe.
And Rachel feels balanced and calm. Ashley says thanks. Thank you, everybody. We'll say goodbye.
Yes.
Until soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.